Of all the Christmas tree ornaments turned out that year, very long ago, only one had a happiness. His name was Noel, and at the very moment he was created, old Herman, the glassblower, received truly joyous news. Elise, his only daughter, had just given birth to a baby girl. He was a grandpa at last. And being quite emotional, for a glassblower, Herman cried for pure joy. It was Noel's good fortune that that one merry tear became part of him.
My name is Noel, and I have a happiness.
Yes, Herman's tear of joy had become Noel's happiness.
I wonder what the world will hold for me.
I couldn't care less.
Gosh, you're pretty.
It's not proper to speak until we have been introduced.
Oh, well, who are you?
You don't know? I am Miss Freezenda, the Ice Maiden, if you please. I am a very unusual and precious ornament.
I'm just Noel, but I have a happiness.
How terribly middle class.
Finally, Noel and Miss Freezenda were placed with 10 other ornaments into a cardboard box. All of them together were something called a dozen.
Where are we?
In the box thing, stupid. Each in our own little compartment.
But we can't see each other this way.
I rather enjoy that.
Not me.
You're a pest.
But what about the others?
I couldn't care less.
Hi, my name is Noel, and I have a happiness.
Quiet. Come on, we're trying to sleep. Hurry up, little puss. Who's making all that racket? Shoot.
Then the box that held the dozen was delivered to a truly magical place. The afternoon of Christmas Eve in a 5- and 10-cent store. Back in those days, that was the only place some folks could afford to be merry.
Wow!
Will somebody please shut that greenhorn up?
Hey, what are those big things walking around?
Don't shout. They are called people things.
Some of them are littler.
Oh, honestly, they are children things.
I like the children things.
It figures. You would.
Look respectable, Noel. We are a thing called for sale, and we want to be a thing called bought.
Finally, one of the people things, Noel found out she was a thing called a mother, bought the dozen and brought them home.
Look at this beauty. Cost 50 cents down at Smitty's coal yard, but...
Oh, darling, it's worth every penny. And look at these.
Hey, they're swell. Ah, Merry Christmas, dear.
Miss Freezenda.
Don't ask. We are in a thing called a home.
What's a home thing?
A people thing's box.
Children thing! Hey, look at everything! It's Christmas! Not yet. Tomorrow. Tomorrow's my favorite. Let's play! I love you. Do you want to go on the tree?
Whoops! That's not a good idea, honey.
Now come on, all of you. It's time for dinner.
Gotta wash her hands. Already washed. Wash them again. Why?
Santa's watching.
Yeah, everything counts with Santa. She loves me.
Noel looked up at a stately evergreen whose mighty branches were like great strong arms.
Hi, my name is Noel, and I have a happiness.
Wonderful. My name is Brutus. Glad to know you.
Kindly Brutus became Noel's first friend. He was very patient. He didn't mind answering any of Noel's 1,001 questions.
What's happening now, Brutus?
It's become a thing called Christmas Eve. The reason you were made and I was born.
It feels like magic.
When the children things were tucked into a thing called bed, the people things came back downstairs and went to work.
Here's a good spot for you, little fella.
I get it. What a neat idea. Hey, look at me.
Oh, Noel, please shut up.
After the dozen, along with several other dozens, were hung onto Brutus's strong arms,
All right, dear. Plug him in.
Noel met the Mazda sisters, a delightful, if slightly world-weary bunch.
My name's Noel, and I have a happiness. Hi, Noel, sweetie. She winked at me.
Then, of course, there was the Tinsel Clan, a flighty group, but very necessary. Then, under Brutus's lower arms were placed many colorful boxes tied with bright and fancy ribbons. And around all this, the father thing placed a toy electric train named McIves, which he'd owned since he was a child.
Season's greetings, season's greetings, season's greetings, season's greetings.
Hi, McGuire. My name is Noel, and I have a happiness.
Can't talk, can't talk, can't talk, can't talk.
Why can't you talk? Brutus, what's all McGuire so busy about?
He's trying to catch his tail.
Why?
Don't know. But it seems very important for toy electric trains to catch their tails.
Darling?
And then a special place was made for one final thing to be lovingly placed under Brutus.
What's that down there, Brutus? I can't see inside.
Just a little toy stable.
But why would they have a toy stable?
Well, Noel, somehow that little stable is the thing that tonight is all about.
Then finally, with that weary wonder that only parent things can know on Christmas Eve, they realized the job was finished. As they'd done every year, and as their parents had done before them, they had taken holiday trinkets and made Christmas magic.
What's this I feel now? It's so lovely.
It's a thing called peace and goodwill. You're quite remarkable to be able to feel it. Usually it's reserved for the people things and animals, and sometimes us trees.
I guess, maybe, it's because I have a happiness.
I guess maybe it is.
Hours passed, but it seemed only an instant. For suddenly, it was the thing called Christmas morning. The world got brighter and brighter, and happier and happier.
Yay! I got my teddy bear!
Oh, it was a wonderful time. There were toys, and there was laughter, and presents were exchanged, and there was laughter. And loved ones visited, and there was laughter. And even more presents were opened, and there was even more laughter. McIves ran around his track,
Season's greetings, season's greetings, season's greetings, season's
There was laughter. And good things were eaten, and there was laughter. And good kisses were kissed. And then, to top everything off, there was more laughter. Oh, it was a wonderful time, which went on for 7 whole day and night things. But then it became a terrible thing called January 2nd.
Back to normal.
They're gonna put us in that old dark box again, Brutus. Why?
Because it's all over.
He's not gonna get me. I won't go. Uh-oh.
Goodbye, little fellow. Goodbye. Keep that happiness of yours. Never lose it.
Noel never saw Brutus again. Noel and the rest of the dozen were put into a high, dusty, dark thing called an attic, where they became a thing called forgotten. But, as it always does, the thing called time moved relentlessly from season to season, and it became a thing called spring, and a thing called summer. And eventually, it was a thing called autumn, a time for pumpkins and turkeys. Then came that truly glorious day when the first snow of the year fell. And then finally...
Hey, it's back again. The good thing. The wonderful, beautiful, Christmasful thing.
Time, like the little electric train, had chased its tail around the universe and arrived at Christmas once more. There was a new tree named Harold, but almost everything else was the same as the year before. The family, the friends, the Mazda sisters, the tinsel clan, the brightly wrapped packages, the mysterious little stable, and of course...
Season's greetings, season's greetings, season's greetings, season's greetings.
Hi, guys.
Careful, Noel.
Phew, thanks. Harold, what's inside that little stable down there? Brutus said it's the thing that Christmas is all about.
Well, I guess Brutus was right.
But it seemed that almost before it started, Christmas was over again. Noel said goodbye to Harold, and the attic thing was his prison once more. And in this way, year followed year, a bittersweet blend of joy and attics. After Harold, there was Bernard. After Bernard, there was Anthony, and Gregory, and Irving, and Jock. But as the years passed, Noel sensed that a subtle change seemed to come over everything.
Hey, the children things are getting bigger.
Oh, Noel, must you always be so dramatic?
They're getting to look almost like the people things.
I couldn't care less.
Indeed, the children things had become people things. Then came the things that changed all things. Things such as graduations, and engagements, and weddings, and war. Then one day, years later, Noel heard something terrible from down below.
Oh, what's the use? Kids scattered all over the country with families of their own. Let's not bother with a tree this year.
All right, dear.
Oh, no! No Christmas! No more Christmas!
Good. A vacation at last.
And as the long, lonely attic years continued to pass, Noel finally fell into a deep and seemingly endless sleep. It was lucky that he slept, for he missed the thing called heartbreak which visited the house. He missed the things called wills and auctions. He never heard the words, "No, just leave that junk in the attic. It's of no use." Noel never heard the terrible final sound the lock made as it shut off life and warmth and joy from the old empty house, leaving it with the ghosts of long-ago Christmases which everyone had forgotten. And as the years crept slowly by, the dozens slept on. Like the house, their bright colors faded and chipped. Indeed, everything seemed over. I say seemed over because when you have a happiness, nothing is ever completely gone. And perhaps it was the happiness working its magic. Who knows?
Kid! $22. Got it down at the mall.
It's worth every penny. Look, I found these old ornaments in the attic. Maybe they'll look pretty with all the new plastic ones.
Merry Christmas, honey. Oh.
Merry Christmas!
What's merry about going back to work?
Brand new children's things!
Hey, look at everything! It's Christmas!
Not yet tomorrow. Tomorrow's my favorite.
Little sleigh! I love you, the piece of
You. Christmas is not till tomorrow.
Now, come on, all of you. It's time for dinner.
Nope. These are just too chipped and old to use.
Chipped and old. Chipped and old. What does he mean by that?
Not pretty, I guess.
Not pretty? Oh, of all the... Oh, put me on that tree. I insist. Put me on that tree.
It's no use. They don't want us. Here comes the lid.
Wait, we could use this little fellow to balance out that branch in the back.
Goodbye, Miss Freezenda. Goodbye. Gee, she didn't even say goodbye.
Seems she's too worried about being chipped and old.
Oh, hi. My name is Noel, and I have a happiness.
Call me Abraham.
Yes, there was a new tree, but all the old friends were back, including...
Season's greetings, season's greetings.
Hi, Noel!
Long time, long time, long time, long time.
No see.
Hi, Miss Guys. Merry Christmas. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, the little old red ornament. It's broken.
But somehow Noel was still aware. He was on the floor, he knew that, and for the first time, he could look into the tiny stable.
Why, there's little toy people things, and a little toy children thing. The things all about.
Then there was the thing called a miracle. For now that his old glass body was no more, the happiness that was really Noel was released. happiness, it could go anywhere.
Hey, it's the world thing. The thing called the world. And it's Christmas all over the place. Goodbye, old house. There's a lot more of Christmas for me to see. I'll raise the Christmas dawn around the world. I'll meet all the other people in all the other houses. Houses made of wood, houses made of brick, old houses, new houses, rich houses, poor houses, big houses, small houses. Houses so tall I can hardly see the top. Houses made of grass, houses made of snow, castles and bungalows, chateaus and pagodas and wigwams. And each has its own set of people and children things.
But some spoke different tongues with different ways of life. Some had never even heard of Christmas.
Who cares? I've got enough happiness for everybody. Whee!
The wonder of wonders, little Noel had become the pure joy of Christmas. He would live on forever in the happy hearts of all mankind.